Just got back from the old music store, local music store. Picked up more string saver stuff. I got the black saddles on my Squire. I wanted a black nut too. I'm now modifying the modifications. All right, last video I posted. I don't know, freedom convoy, freedom something, freedom this, freedom that. Who can argue with freedom, eh? Let's call it freedom. Freedom convoy is in Ottawa right now. They're dipshits. They're fucking dipshits. Now, first of all, why am I vaccinated? Reason number one, every single doctor in the world says go get vaccinated. Can't argue with that. Reason number two, I live in a society, and part of the cost of living within a society is you make sacrifices for the greater good of all the society. I give blood. You know, I work with homeless people. I help out when and where I can. That's what you do in society. All right? We don't get to do whatever we want all the time for us. That's called selfishness. Reason number three, since the pandemic started 2 years ago, basically every single medical procedure has been canceled, has been stopped, shut down, and canceled. So what that means is if you needed a cataract operation 2 years ago, you're blind now. You know, if you're a little kid with leukemia, you're not getting cancer treatment. You know, if you're an old lady who's got immunocompromised, you're stuck in your room for 2 years. You know what? There are people suffering immensely because they can't get, sometimes basic, but very life-needing medical procedures. And I don't want to be any part of that. None. None of that is going to fall on me. So if I'm asked to get my vaccination, I'm going to get it. I'm not going to be a piece of fucking shit. Now, 2 years in, if you're not vaccinated, understand this very clearly. Understand this. You are ignorant. You are selfish. You are a fucking coward. Despite the fact that this city right now is filled with douchebags with massive trucks blowing their fucking horns all hours of the day. Okay, and let me tell you, a truck horn is a very loud thing to behold. That these fuckers are keeping babies awake, scaring old ladies in their apartment is fucking pathetic. And to call that freedom is fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. Okay, now let me explain. Now, my advice, if you're watching this, you pack up, go home. Because here's how this is going to play out. Here's how this is going to play out. The police, at some point, will want you gone. The city totally wants you gone. The police, at some point, are going to roll in, knock on your window, say, I don't know, you got 24 hours to get out of here. At which point, you have to make the decision to stay or go. Some of you guys are so deeply in this thing that you're going to stay. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to get arrested. Your truck's going to get impounded. You're going to have every kind of parking truck violation because 18-wheelers don't belong in downtown Ottawa. I can tell you that much. They don't belong in front of the Parliament buildings. Again, understand this. As a musician, I cannot walk downtown on the streets of downtown Ottawa and play a guitar. I cannot busk without getting a permit. The notion that you can sit here and do all this shit for so long is literally fucking insane. The notion that you think you don't need vaccinations is literally fucking insane. Everything's regulated in society. Everything is regulated in society. So what's going to happen is you are then going to incur these massive costs, massive financial costs, and have achieved nothing. Go home, guys. Go home. Go home. It's done. Whatever point you were trying to make, who knows, was kind of made. Go home. Now here's my take on anti-vaxxers. Or whatever the hell these freedom-loving people are. Whatever the fucking hell, because nobody really knows what they want. Here's my take on them. They made a bad decision years ago. Again, They're cowards. They're scared people. They listen to the wrong people. They've now dug themselves so far into a little hole. They can't really cross. They've alienated friends, alienated families, insulted people, done all kinds of crazy things to stick to this whatever belief system they have. They're now isolated, and here they are in Ottawa lashing out at society somehow by honking their horns, by attacking everybody around them, I guess. And it's only digging that hole deeper, folks. So pack up, go home. It's over. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for shutting down our economy for 5, 6, 7 days. We really appreciate it. But it's not going to end well for you guys if you stay. Now, how does this happen? This is interesting because we also have a whole Joe Rogan thing going on here. Okay? With this Ottawa thing, people have raised millions of dollars over it. Okay? When you do have your financial, when you do have your legal expense, if when your truck is impounded, that money isn't coming to you. That money isn't coming. That money is going to stay at the top with whoever set up that GoFundMe campaign. That money is not going down to the little people to help fight the cause. Okay? And this brings us to Joe Rogan as well. Joe Rogan is like one of the big voices behind this thing. Joe Rogan is getting all kinds of heat now, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Joe Rogan's a podcaster. Hopefully, 10 years from now, nobody's going to know his name. But he's a big name right now. He talks. He's just a comedian. He's just a comedian. I used to listen to this guy in like 2013. It's 2022 right now. I used to listen to this guy 2013, 2014. I got tired of his shtick back then. The notion that he has now been on the nightly news every night for the past week for like 7 days on Canadian national news is insane, that this guy has such a massively outsized footprint in media, in society. But here's Joe Rogan's shtick for any truckers, any whatever, people who listen to him who are not getting vaccinated because of Trump. Let me tell you, Trump is now telling people to get vaccinated and get the booster. For any people who aren't getting, here's Joe Rogan's shtick, and they're all kind of the same. Joe Rogan's a real nice, likable guy. He talks well, he's sweet, he's funny, he's disarming, he's this everyman kind of character. Everybody would love Joe Rogan. You can't dislike Joe Rogan. So that's problem number one. Okay? Joe Rogan then says he wants ideas. He wants to find truth. He wants to find ideas and truth. You don't find truth by going to Wingnuts. If you want to find the truth on a vaccine, you talk to a doctor. Problem is, doctors are boring people, and it's real hard to fill up a three hour whatever daily podcast with a boring doctor who just says go get vaccinated. That's not fun. So you get the Wingnuts. You bring crazy people on. You say you're just testing ideas and this and that. There are some ideas that aren't worth testing. They're bad ideas. To bring Hitler on and have Hitler say we should kill Jews, it's not a good idea. So to do this stuff, to bring on crazy people, say you're testing, you want to find medical advice, you talk to a doctor. You want to find financial advice, you talk to an accountant. You don't talk to some guy who's got a web channel. Like, financial and medical advice is not really something you should go to YouTube for. Luckily for me, I learned very early in life not to trust anybody. I barely trust myself. In fact, that's a very interesting point. Until very recently, I didn't really trust myself. That's another story. I'm much more decisive these days, is what I'm saying. Anyways, Joe Rogan brings on crazy guys. He doesn't talk to the right people to find truth. Either Joe Rogan is unable or unwilling to find truth. Okay? Now, the problem is, what Joe Rogan does like to do is make money. He's making $100 million over 10 years. Okay? And in order to do that, you need views, you need to gin up an audience, you need to get people all riled up, and sadly, the end result of that is a bunch of truckers sitting in minus 20 degree weather in downtown Ottawa tooting their fucking horns at all hours of the days. Okay? Now, freedom, you want to talk freedom? It seems to me that right now the police are thoroughly supporting your freedom to be a fucking douchebag. You got free run of the place. You're not masking. You're not doing anything that's required of you within this society. You're running, and the police are protecting you. The police aren't hauling your asses out of here. So don't talk to me about freedom. No government is making you get vaccination. Okay? Nobody's making you. Have the freedom. But with the decisions you make come consequences. You guys know this. You can't be this fucking stupid. Anyways, go home. Go home. Stop tooting your horns. Stop intimidating old ladies. Be men. Stop being cowards. Go get vaccinated. Go home. Run for political office with your brilliant ideas. Coach Little League. Do positive things within your community. Don't do this stuff. Go get vaccinated. If I'm wrong about vaccination, I'm wrong about vaccination. I don't give a shit. If I grow a third arm, if I get cancer, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit because I did it for the right reasons. Okay? And I believe fully at this point, fully, that history will be on my side with this. Anyways, just a little rant. Enjoy your life. Go get vaccinated. Join us in society and let's move forward together.